Good morning to you all, oh, my wonderful Biafran families. Good morning to you all, oh, my wonderful Biafran brothers and sisters. Good morning to the world. Good morning to Nigeria. Good morning to Africa. And also good morning to every believer of the ideology of the Biafrans. The informative. Where carry me come this morning, Friday morning. Now be say Nnamdi Kanu don't reject criminal charges and also files appeal against the so-called Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Anyway, my people, I don't want to talk too much. We are going to go straight to the reason why we are here. But before then, please do me a favor. You know that this message needs to go viral. That Nnamdi Kanu have said Nehikaba to the charges they leveled against him. Because, according to him, he said those people who have committed treasonable felonies and people who have committed all manner of atrocities is working freely today. They are even being guided by the so-called security agents. While people who are agitating for self-referendum, which is never a crime, both locally and international law, are now being the one being held hostage in different police custodies and DSS dungeons. Well, let us go into the news. But before then, please hit the subscription button, the like button, comment, and make sure, importantly, you share this message. You need to go viral. The international community also need to be aware and updated on the current situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS dungeon called solitary confinement. Let us go there, please. There's no time to tell time. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has filed an appeal at the appeal court against the criminal charges of Nigerian government preferred against him. Kanu, who filed appeal through his legal team led by a lawyer Jimako, rejected the March 19th ruling of the Justice Binta Iyako of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on the charges filed against the detained IPOB leader. According to the notice of appeal court document, Kanu's legal team informed the appeal court that the lower court held when it denied the IPOB leader his constitutional right to a fair trial. Kanu also noted that the Department of State Service DSS failed to provide adequate facilities to prepare for the defense of the criminal allegations against the appellant and his right to counsel of his own choice, thereby occasioning a grave miscarriage of justice in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The notice of appeal, with charge number FHG/ABJ/CR/383/2015, reads: take notice that the appellant, being dissatisfied with the ruling of the Federal High Court Abuja Division Quorum, Barrister FM Iyako, justice delivered on the 19th March of 2024, hereby appeal to the Court of Appeal Abuja upon the grounds set out on paragraph 3 below, and will at the hearing of the appeal seek release as set out in the paragraph 4 hereof from the Court of Appeal. The learned trial court held in law when the court assumed jurisdiction to proceed with the hearing of the criminal trial against the appellant when the appellant is glaringly denied the constitutional right to a fair trial, with the particular reference to the denial of adequate facilities to prepare for the defense of the criminal allegations against the appellant and his right to counsel of his own choice, thereby occasioning a grave miscarriage of justice. Fair hearing and trial bears the constitutional safeguards of ensuring that the appellant is accorded the adequate facilities to prepare for the defense of the criminal allegations leveled against the appellant. The denial of the appellant the opportunity to interact and believes his counsel on what line of defenses the appellant tends to agitate in the trial court and rely on what was adequately brought to the attention of the trial court by motion. The trial court failed and neglected to make necessary orders that will protect the appellant's aforesaid rights, but rather held that the court cannot dictate how the respondent carries out his own work. The trial court has the powers to order the respondent, being the detaining authority, to cease and desist from interfering with the appellant's constitutional and fair hearing, right to adequate facilities to prepare a defense, and his right to counsel of his choice, and where it is impossible to do so, or where the respondent persists, the trial court has the power to order an alternative custodial arrangement or non-custodial arrangement for the appellant. I can only direct that whatever is within the law must be allowed to the defendant counsel, cannot direct the court or give conditions to the court on how to conduct his businesses. The defendant is entitled to a counsel of his choice and should be given the facility to conduct an interview with his counsel within the confines of the law. The detained IPOB leader, by a notice of preliminary objection, prayed the appellate court to find and hold a trial in the case cannot proceed except the respondent stopped the unconstitutional acts of forcibly seizing and photocopying the confidential legal documents brought to the appellant by the appellant's lawyers meant for the appellant's defense of the charges against the appellant. He also accused Justice Nyako of erring in law by ordering for accelerated hearing for the case, given the fact that the case showing that the respondent has consistently refused to afford the appellant the right to the adequate facility to prepare for the defense of the charges leveled against the appellant and his right to counsel, and thereby occasioned a miscarriage of justice against the appellant and in favor of the respondent. Kanu stressed that the judge cannot order an accelerated hearing of a criminal charge where it is brought to the attention of the court that the appellant is denied the adequate facilities to prepare his defense and his right to counsel. In another development, Nico reacts to controversies on AP's cabin crews wearing Isiago attire. They are going to pursue the Igbos until they get tired. That is exactly the point I'm trying to make here. They have nothing against the Igbos, even if they have, but let them come up with it. We are equal to the task. The National Institution for Cultural Orientation, NACO, has reacted to the controversies and negative comments following AP's airline cabin crews wearing Isiago as an official dress. The Institute's Executive Secretary, Otumba Biodun Ajiboye, highlighted the positive impact of cultural attire on showcasing Nigeria culture globally. Ukute News report that Ajiboye drew these outlines during a statement in Abuja addressing criticisms of the airline's choice of attire for its crew members on the Lagos to London flight launch, In a statement signed by the media assistant to the Executive Secretary, Kelebu No, he said the airline's chief executive, Alan Onyema, should be congratulated for the inaugural direct Boeing 777 flight from Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos to Gatwick Airport, London on Saturday, March 30, rather than criticizing him over the cabin crew's attire along tribal lines. That is what to say. Congratulate him that he bring out the face which other airlines are charging 15 million. He brought it back to 5.43 million respectively. But now they have followed the same line to break down. But they have been charging 15 million from netizens over all these years. And nobody said anything about it. They don't even protest. Why must charging that exorbitant fares for just a 6 hours journey? But now everybody is open their gutter, their cold mouth, to spill nonsense over the choice of attire that AP is choosing for his air hostess. Ajiboye emphasized that the institute was entrusted with the task of uniting all Nigerians under a culture-focused way of life, firmly believe that achieving this significant goal would not only foster a sense of belonging among Nigerians but also contribute to reshaping the country's cultural image on the global stage. He noted that this would in turn pave the way for establishing a distinct cultural identity for Nigeria. His statements raised in part as the cultural orientation agency that is responsible for mobilizing all Nigerians towards a culture-oriented lifestyle. NACO is of the view that such a milestone will not only give Nigerians a sense of belonging but also help in repositioning our cultural image before the international community towards building a cultural identity for the contraption called Nigeria. Apart from promoting our cultural image, our indigenous dress culture also creates a pathway that will distinguish us as a nation or as a people in our quest for a national identity. Our dress culture helps to create a cultural identity which is a sine qua non to national identity. The Institute therefore uses this opportunity to call on all well-meaning Nigerians to rekindle interest and pride in our indigenous dress patterns in a way that will promote our unity in diversity. Okute News understand that a few days ago there was much fuss over Allen Onyema's choice of dress code for his air hostess. While many didn't take the choice of dress as a big deal, many criticized APs on the type of attire selected for its officials. My wonderful people, I don't hear them. Now the country where government are using them to play kalo. They don't see, they don't comment, they don't even come out and say why these people. And mostly the people who are doing all this nonsense are the so-called Yoruba. The so-called Yoruba that have failed to learn all this while. Their brother is in the seat of power, turning the country upside down. They didn't even comment, they don't even protest. They said it is our own. Now they leave all the whole problems facing Nigeria: insecurity, naira depreciation, high cost of living. Even a bag of garena sold for 75,000 naira. They didn't protest, so they didn't say it is not a good thing, but rather they choose to castigate somebody who have done a lot, even more than what the government have done to Nigerians. Allen Onyema has surpasses the government in all ramifications. Yet they didn't appreciate him. That is the kind of country that you tell me, oh, we should keep on preaching a one Nigeria. How can this one Nigeria stand? Glow network that uses Yoruba attire for their for their advertisement. Does it stop Igbos or Hausas, Isekiri or other tribes not to patronize Glow? Have anybody complained about it? None. Anything that has to do with the Igbos, the Biafrans, you will see all these forsaken illiterates on the streets being using ethnic bigotries and whatever religious lines to divide the so-called country that have divided long ago. It is not their fault. It is the fault of poverty. Because anybody who have money will not have time to come and criticize this. Only their so-called mental ill politicians that always instigate them in all this nonsense because of jealousy and hatred. Anyway, my people, now hear me, I go take back break you. When I hear my voice again, when I come back, I beg, help me, like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing to this channel because more of these videos will be coming your way. My name still remains. I'm Andy News reporting live from the platform of Okute Daily Talk. Keep on sharing and keep on liking, please. It is very, very important. Bye.